Hi, this is Jeff McLemore. I'm a faculty member with Clef, and I'd like to talk about the bass guitar somewhat today. So, we've talked about the very basics of the instrument, and now we're going to go into a little bit of possibly some theory, just a little touch. Um, let's say that you're just getting your bass, and now you want to know about 4/4 time, for example. A lot of people are very confused about 4/4 time or 3/4 time, 6/8. There's all these different ones. You want to start just with something simple in 4/4 time. The top number tells you how many beats are in a measure. And the measure on your staff, as you're looking at your staff, is between the two bar lines at where they write the notes in. So that's considered the measure. And there will be 4 beats in a measure, and you would just simply count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, as you go from measure to measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. The bottom number is the one where everybody's scratching their head. And for the longest time, I was really messed up about that bottom number because I didn't have a band director that knew how to explain it properly. So I'd like to explain it. If you know your note, the different notes, whole note, half note, quarter note, let's just do those 3 for now. A whole note is hollow, no stem. It's just like a little ball, basically. A half note is an open circle, and you can have a stem that goes down or up, and it makes no difference. The stem direction, and a lot of people think, oh, why is it different? It's all about positioning in the staff, but don't let that freak you out. It's a very simple thing. Quarter note, they fill in the little ball part, and then again, it has a stem that can go up or stem that go down. And again, it makes no difference. So a whole note would get the full 4 beats. It takes up the whole measure. That's why they say that. WHOLE, by the way, not HOLE. Half note, 2 beats. They're given 1, 2, like that. And then you could put another half note in that same measure. So you could have 2 half notes in each measure because 2 plus 2 equals 4. And you always want to have a total of 4 beats in your measures, except possibly at the end and at the beginning, subject for a different day. Don't want to confuse you today. The quarter notes, you can have 4 of them in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, you would count over and over and over like that. And as you're doing like the notes, again, with your right hand, if you're doing just the open G string, for example, all right. If I were doing quarter notes, I would do this with these 2 fingers. Just like that. And you want to try to keep a very steady beat as you're learning about your notes. It's not real critical just yet, but down the road it will be. You need to really learn your chromatic scale. The chromatic scale being what we did on our first exercise before. And the chromatic scale is just moving in half steps up and then coming back down, like so. And that's a very important thing to learn on any instrument. Guitar, saxophone, doesn't really matter. And I teach some of those other instruments as well. Next thing I'd like to talk about a little bit is chord theory. First of all, what is a chord? CHORD. Well, the official definition is at least 3 different notes played simultaneously. Bass guitar usually does not play a chord like this because it doesn't sound very good. Because we're down so low, everything gets kind of muddied up. Now, your guitar, 6-string guitar, that's where you're going to hear a lot of your chords. Keyboard also, you can play up to 10 notes at a time on a keyboard. And then if you use your pedal, you can do all 88 if you want, which that doesn't sound too good. Anyway, with a bass, we have to know our scales. There are major scales, there are minor scales. The major scales sound happy. Can't help but smile. The minor scales sound sad. So most sad music is written using minor chords. Happy music, major chords.